Okay, I want to show you how it is you're going to take all these numbers that we've got about the campaign financing, in other words, the money that was raised to support or oppose different propositions, and then the election results, the percentage of the vote that was either in favor or against each of these propositions. So you'll go to your Google Drive, you'll open up a new sheet, or you can just do it through Google Sheets. Here it is, and you're going to title it 2016 Propositions, just like I've done here. And then across the top row, you're going to be using 5 columns. So the first column will be the proposition number. The second column will be the dollars raised for something. And then the third column is going to be the percentage of the vote that was in favor. Fourth column is the dollars that are raised against, and the fifth column is the percentage of people who voted in opposition to that. You can get all this number on the all these numbers on the Ballotpedia website. Of course, you've already got the financial numbers right in your notes. What we need to do first is to format these columns. So this column is all going to be dollar values. So I'm going to go ahead and drag down to cell number 14 and click up here and change this value to currency. Now it shows up as dollars. And I'm going to click on this cell and drag all the way down to 14. These are all going to be percents, so I'll hit it as percent. Now when I type in a new one, and let's say 46.13% of the people got the vote, I hit 46.13, and it'll calculate it correctly. So likewise, for this column here, once again, dollar values, and this column is percents. Okay. Now I've already obviously typed in the first 6 propositions, but what I want to do is select these 2 columns here to create a chart or a graph that'll demonstrate this information in a creative but very clear way. Remember what I said in class about standard deviations? Well, forget it, because I'm not going to try to calculate a standard deviation. That would be too difficult. But I want you to show a way of conveying how does financing affect either the support vote or the opposition vote. So I've selected this cell of data here. I'm going to go up and click Insert Chart, and it'll automatically suggest a chart for me with these little puny lines that I don't like. So I'll click up here under Chart Types, and I'm going to drag down and look at a few other kinds of charts. What if I have bar graphs coming from the left side? Well, that's good, except the only thing it seems like I'm seeing, I'm seeing money ranked from the least amount to the highest amount, and then I'm seeing the percent of the vote over here. Well, this is good because this suggests that every one of these propositions, when you donated a bunch of money over $4.947 million, you got a winning vote. But there might be a better way to look at this through a scatter chart. And what this scatter chart is going to show now is the percentage of vote on the left-hand side, starting with the whole number below the lowest number we had, and then the dollar values along the bottom. Up and down, left and right, I forget which is X and Y. But in any case, you can see now that it'll show us both the money raised in support and then what the yes vote was. And it looks like what it's really showing is the more money that was raised, in other words, the farther we go to the right along the chart, the farther up we should go in terms of the percent of the vote that they're getting. And it sure looks like that's happening. Now I'll be able to go back and do the same thing with the dollars that were raised against it and then what the opposition vote was to see if there's some correlation there. And once you've entered all the data for all the propositions, start tinkering with these different charts to figure out different ways to convey that information until you come across one that you think, wow, this really shows what I'm looking for. And when you've done that, make sure you insert that chart somewhere into your spreadsheet so you can share that with us when I see you on Friday. If you have any questions, send me a note using the Contact Jolly button. I'll see you Friday.